Hey, what's up everybody? It's Matt. I got a cool, fun recipe that actually Lorinda turned me on to from a book that I got. Just a recipe book, kind of like a low carb slash keto, whatever, baking book. And they do a bunch of different stuff like pastas and different things like that. So it's kind of cool. I decided to take Jade's suggestion and wear my glasses because yeah, I can't see anything anymore. That's what happens. So anyway, this is a recipe that's made with almond flour. Okay, so it's actually kind of cool. So almond flour. So the deal with like a lot of these keto recipes that you're seeing, as far as breads go, is the glutens that people are trying to steer clear from and stuff like that. Those are really kind of beneficial in baking and making those kind of breads that are big and beautiful. And you know, the other stuff is that they got a lot of additives to it. Not necessarily that they're bad additives, but they have a lot of things that like help bind things and everything. So it's kind of taking away some. And I honestly, it's just not the same. But this is a really easy and phenomenal recipe. And it's kind of fun too. So what I've done is I've measured out a cup and a half of almond flour. And then I'm going to grab this guy here and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Don't mind me as I look at my ingredients. It's 1/4 teaspoon of the Hawaiian salt. Yeah, buddy. From Jeff Chang Pottery in Hawaii. So everybody go get your Hawaiian salt thing from Jeff Chang Pottery. A tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, baking powder. Oops, hey. So a tablespoon of this guy. Boom. So you're obviously mixing wet ingredients and dry ingredients. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And this is kind of cool because you can kind of improvise later on, right? So improvising is good when you cook. All right, so there's 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Pretty easy stuff, right, so far? Let me get rid of the guys I'm done with. Boom, that's done. Boom, you're done. I never went to culinary school, so I don't have a sous chef, so I'm it for me. All right. So yeah, that's it. So that's my dry ingredients. Okay, that's my dry ingredients. I'm going to stir these up. Now what I'm going to do here is I got my wet ingredients, right? I got 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, and 1/2 cup of sour cream. But I actually make my own yogurt, my own Greek style yogurt. So I'm using 1/2 cup of yogurt instead of sour cream. And you got that guy. And you got the 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So I'm throwing that in there. And this is melted and kind of cooled down a bit, so it's obviously not hot. And you're gonna basically whisk all these together, whisk all this together, and then whisk all of this together. Does that make sense? So that's what we're gonna do here, and then we're gonna get creative here in a little bit, all right? So let me get this together here, and then we're gonna get creative. All right, everybody, here we go. So I got everything mixed up, as you can see, just with this little spatula. Just kind of added everything in there, mixed up the flour, the dry ingredients, and then whipped up the wet ingredients. Added them in there. Okay. Now it's the creative part. Now it's the kind of fun part. You can add a whole bunch of stuff that you want to, right? You can dice up some onions. I would personally I would caramelize the onions first. Maybe, I don't know. I got an itchy nose. I'm gonna put in this is Mexican blend cheese. What is it? Monterey Jack, cheddar, and asadero. So kind of wing it. I like the cheesiness factor, so I'm gonna kind of give it. All right. Now I also like spicy stuff, so boom, bust out my little jalapenos. If you guys don't have these little like silicone stretchy cover things, they actually work really well. I really like them. So I'm gonna grab a pretty decent handful of these jalapenos and I'm gonna chop them up, put them right on my little cutting board. Nice thing about living in the area that we live in, which is Santa Cruz County, Watsonville, Corralitos area, is the Mexican food at the grocery store is very plentiful. And there's also really good Mexican grocery stores too that are phenomenal. And then I take some of this juice. Weep. Don't be afraid. It's like spicy vinegar. I love that stuff. All right. Get yourself a good knife. All right, decent knife. Use proper cutting skills. And if you don't know how to use a knife or proper cutting skills. Please learn before you lop off your fingers. And you also want to make sure that your knife is sharp. Don't believe the hype of a sharp knife is more dangerous, because it is absolutely not. A dull knife is far more dangerous than a sharp knife. All right, tip of the day. Now, another little thing here is, I'm gonna throw these guys in there. My counter's clean, don't worry. Wash my hands. Excuse me, man. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. All right, sorry, to my back. Anyway, and we baked this guy, and we set the oven at 450 degrees, and this is only going to bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. So what I did is I put it in the oven. Last time I did it like this, I put it in the oven, and in about 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I turned it, turned it the other way. And yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of thick. It's almost like you could handle it, but you can't really. It's still pretty sticky. Just mix it up really good. And I got one of these little square, I think it's a 9x9 pan. And just pop it right in there. And then throw it right in the oven. And I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. But I'm going to set another timer for about 8 to 10 minutes. And at that point, I'm just going to turn it halfway around. Just rotate it. All right? So pop this right in front. Boom, boom, boom. This could not be easier. It really, really is. So this bread is not going to come out like a loaf. It's not going to be good for like sandwich bread. This is going to be more like a cornbread. And it's really, really, really moist and really, really, really yummy. And it's going to have a little bit of spice, obviously. It's going to have a cheesiness to it. And you notice I didn't add that much salt. And of course, the benefit is, one of the big benefits is the you're using the almond flour. So you don't have the carbs, right? The almond flour has very, very, very little carbs. I want to say it's, well, it actually says 2% carbs. So it's 6 grams of carbs, but then the fiber takes away, I think it's 4 grams of fiber. So the fiber takes away that chunk. So you got 2%. So 2% carbs is really low in carbohydrates. So if you're watching your carb intake, this is a really good way to do it. So kind of just spread it around. I don't smash it in there. I just kind of let it rip. Get everything off here with this cool spoon and bake it. And I will stop this video now and we'll connect you here to the next one. And I'll show you what the finished product looks like. And I'm going to try not to eat it. All right. Aloha. All right, everybody. Here we go. Timer just went off. Boom. Here we go. Oh, mamacita. Oh, yeah. All right, so 15 minutes total. I set it for like 9 minutes, and I turned it around halfway. After 9 minutes, set it for another 6 minutes, and boom, 15 minutes. Pull this bad boy out. So I'm going to poke him, boink, right in the middle. Nothing on the knife, nothing on the knife. So we're done. We're done, we're done. I would let this, just keep it in the pan. Just keep it in the pan, let it cool off, serve it like this. Goes really good with like stew, chili, things like that. Things that like cornbread would go with. Obviously you could butter it up in the morning. You could do like, in the morning time. But this, of course, has jalapenos and that Mexican cheese blend, which I don't mind in the morning, man. Spicy stuff every day, all day from Maddie J. What's up? So, yeah, that's that. But anyway, this thing is like 20 minutes start to finish to make. And it's gluten-free, very, very, very low carb, really easy. And fun. You can get creative. Like I said, you can put other stuff in here. Onions, peppers, different things like that. So, like bell peppers, probably put ham, just different things. Just have fun with it. Play with it. Real easy and fun to make. And it's a really, really, really yummy recipe too. So, I'll make sure and post the actual ingredients. And that's it. Everybody, aloha. Take care. Have a good day. Be good to each other. Okay. Bye.